Hi Pisces, welcome to your week ahead horoscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Pisces, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So it's no stranger that the key to the week card has been the Emperor several times throughout this, in fact quite a few times throughout this year. And what this tells me is in a lot of ways you guys are getting stronger, right? You're getting tougher, you're really starting to come into your own, but more importantly you're starting to step into your own power and authority. Remember, the Emperor card, aside from all of its other meanings, really is about us becoming a master strategist. This week you are stepping into a personal power maybe that you've not seen before, or maybe you're putting it into practice in a way that you haven't as yet. What I also like about this is it suggests that there will be a lot of learning that takes place this week on a really official capacity, whether this is at work, whether it's in a classroom, whether this is you deciding to take a course or to further your goals or ends in some way. This is about you getting really clear on what your own next steps look like, which I really like for you. The other thing with the Emperor, this very often sees us tapping into our own innate strategist, right? So this week, delve into it. For your actions and options, you've got the King of Wands. So an Aries, Leo or Sagittarius male is very likely to feature for you this week, and because you've got the Emperor here, this is very likely to be an Aries male, right? So this is somebody that's maybe going to be a friend, maybe a colleague, maybe somebody that's going to assist you in some way, shape or form. I like this for you because this person's going to give you that push or that energy that you need to step forward in some way. Now, that being said, it is in your actions and options. This is about you putting yourself forward for something, right? So whether this is in school, whether it's at a meeting, whether it's in the friendship group, this week there is going to be a moment or an opportunity that comes up. And it's going to be, you know, who wants to do this? Who wants to lead this? Who wants to be a part of this? This is your week, right? This is the week where you get an opportunity to step up to the plate, to stand forward, to put your name in the hat for, you know, or in the ring, as they say, for any number of reasons, but you've got to go for it. This week, your self-confidence, your self-belief, it's all going through the roof, which is great, especially because it's the King of Wands. And also, one thing that I have to say about Pisceans, or certainly the Pisces that I know, the Pisceses or the Pisceans that I know, you guys are really funny. As I say often, my best friend in high school was a Pisces, and me and her used to have each other in hysterics most of the time. So this week, tap into all of those lighter and brighter aspects of yourself, all right? Remember, we do have an eclipse. This might be a chance for you to step forward and to shine in some way, shape or form while everybody else is running around like a headless chicken. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Knight of Wands, right? So this is a lot of fire, right? This is a lot of fire this week, which means you're passionate, vibrant. You've got a lot to say. And it's kind of like this week, you're like, you know what? Not only have I got a lot to say, but I'm going to be heard. I really like this for you. Now, what this also suggests as well, something that you are truly passionate about, something that you really want to share with the world, or something that you feel ready to finally release out into the world, is it's ready. Like whatever it is that you've been working on behind the scenes, it's ready for the limelight now. And so are you, right? So make plans to get out there. Now, when it comes to those of you that are employed by somebody else, this week, you may find that how you are received, it's kind of like you're the shiny new toy. And this is a good thing, right? Because this is about you seeing yourself as the shiny new toy. And it's like everybody else is picking that vibe and that energy up from you as well. Get into it. And if there are things that you want to bring in with you into the workplace, into the school, into the whatever, this is the time to do it, right? If there's anything that you want to bring in that you think, oh, I'm not sure how this is going to be received, this is the week to do it, to push ahead. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, I would give yourself time, room and space to expand this week, right? So for those of you that are for those of you that have ideas that you've kind of sort of, like I said, patiently, painstakingly, diligently worked on behind the scenes, it's time for you to get after it. If there is something or a space in which you know that there is new business for you, this is the week to take new bold steps and actions to go after people that you haven't maybe gone after before. This is that time, right? And then finally, when it comes to your come on, brain. Those of you that are retired or no longer working, this is really about you building a strategy for a life that you want from here on in, whether this is going back to school, whether this is volunteering in some way, whether this is, getting yourself into shape, whatever it is. This is a week for you to start really getting very sort of almost like dynamic about what your future looks like. For your love and relations, you have the Magician card, right? So this is very nice. Lots of really great communication coming in. Lots of interesting, fun and flirty banter. For those of you that are single, there could definitely be a lot of laughter and a lot of flirtatious energy pervading through this week, which is really great. This could be, doesn't have to be, but it could be with a boss or somebody that's like in a position of authority in some kind of way, especially because they come up as the Magician, right? Which suggests that whoever this person is, they are a mover and a shaker. This is somebody that's already achieved what they want or need to. So it's very, very possible. Now, when it comes to those of you that are married, partnered, or in, long-term commitments, you've got this right underneath the the King of Wands, right? So this week you are like, it's like you're supercharged, like you're on fire, and your partner is feeling that from you. You could be way more attractive to them than you have been in a while. Maybe this is your partner is seeing you, not like, oh, now you're a contender or something like that, but it's more like they're seeing you with newfound eyes because of this new self-confidence, this new commanding self-respect that you have, and it's filtering out into all of your other areas of life. There's going to be some really interesting conversations in relationships this week as well. I think some of the dynamics are about to shift. For your money and materials, you have the Hermit card, right? So this is a week when it comes to your financial transactions, things that you want to buy, things that you want to create. This would be a week where you really want to keep those things close to your chest. So if you're making any sort of a big purchase, if you are planning to buy something, if you're planning to do something, like whatever your financial moves are, keep them secret. All right, they have to be for now. Eventually, you can share it with people, but it just doesn't feel like that's the right time to do this at this moment in time. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, this is your digestive system, and the fact that you've got the Emperor, excuse me, I'm so sorry. The fact that you've got the Emperor as your key to the week, this suggests that there's going to be so much going on in the mind that you might, when you get nervous belly because there's just so much going on. It's a really great week. It's a really very dynamic week in a lot of ways, but there does appear to be a lot of mental focus as well as sort of actions and charging forward with things. For some of you as well, you might find that you're put into the spotlight in some way. And then finally, for your home and environment, this is a week where if you are feeling that sort of loneliness and all the rest of it, don't worry, it's not going to be long before there's somebody filling the other side of the bed. All right, so for your eclipse message, we have that powerful Taurus eclipse coming up. you have the Gate 49 and Revolution, right? This is actually a very rare card and a very rare human design gate. And the reason being is it's because, as you can see on the card, it's called the Sleeping Phoenix, and it represents a really rare or very unique energy. And this suggests that there is something this week that is being ignited or reawakened in you, that it's almost like you're getting fired up about something, about life again, and by doing so you launch into something like full wholeheartedly. It's like, yeah, you know what, ready, let's have it. This eclipse then is really going to start to give you that energy. It's really going to start to see you saying, okay, now I know what I'm ready to go after and what I'm ready to create. And if that means having to silence everybody else in the room, then so can be it. All right, so let me know in the comments how it shapes up. I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Take care, and I'll see you soon.